Hey everyone, so as you know I'm dairy free and the local grocery stores are out of my favorite vegan ricotta cheese right now, which is Kite Hill. It's made with almond milk, so I googled and Pinterested and I'm gonna try to make my own, so stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do for my vegan tofu is I have Silken Organic Tofu by Nasoya. So you can use extra firm tofu, but because I'm just going in purees, I'm going to be very, very careful. So I'm going to use the Silken. It doesn't have as much protein as the extra firm. 4 grams per serving, which is 3 ounces, so 5 servings. So this is 20 grams of protein right here. So first thing you want to do is drain it. I just take my little knife, cut open the package. I'll be right back. I'm just going to drain as much as I can over the sink. So because it's silken, not a lot will drain. It's super, super soft. You can use this for vegan cheesecakes. It's wonderful, wonderful texture. So I take some paper towels, tri-fold them, and I'm going to roll my tofu in this to really dry it out a little bit more. So see, it's so soft, it's like falling apart in the container. So we'll see how far I get with this. Should make a good cheesy texture, right? So because it's so soft, I'm just gonna dry it more like this. And just kind of squeeze it. If you're using silken, be, again, very gentle. And then I'm gonna dump this right into my mixer. So there's lots of cooking videos out there and what everyone does to make their meal preps, but I'm not seeing a lot of dairy free, so that's why I'm doing it. The next thing I'm gonna do is I found this tree line creamy soft cheese. And this is scallion flavor, which I think will go good in my ricotta bake. So that's the next thing I'm gonna do. Oh, protein, you might wanna know that. So 3 grams per serving, 6 servings, so this is 18 grams of protein. So we're already on a good start. Don't mind that noise downstairs if you can hear it. My husband's cleaning his man cave. He collects and trades high-end whiskeys. He's quite the whiskey beer snob. So you hear bottles or glass, that's what that is. Alright, so I've never used this before. Like I said, normally I like Kite Hill. So I'm just going to give this a little taste. Let me grab a spoon. Okay, and let's try this. That is freaking amazing. It tastes like Pringles, sour cream and onion. Whoa. Adding that onto my Whole Foods cart every time I order. That's amazing. Alright, so we're going to use it. I'm only going to use about half. So I want to save this now that I know how amazing it is. So that's 9 more grams. So now our ricotta bake is up to 29 grams of protein already. Sometimes I'm a clean cook, sometimes I'm not. I don't know how you all are, but I vary from time to time. So we have that going. Let me get another paper towel here and just clean my hands. So I'm using my KitchenAid mixer. You can probably just use like a hand mixer, you guys, but I don't have one. And my husband wants me to stop spending money. We'll see. It's probably not going to work in his favor. Okay, but here we go. So, alright, my hands are kind of cleaned off. So then we start with our seasoning. Pink Himalayan salts. This is what I put in my salt shakers. It's what I use to cook. Love, love, love it. So you want to use about, just starting out, just to taste, about 1/4 teaspoon. then you're gonna do pepper. Everyone is subjective to pepper, so do it to your taste. Why is that side open? There we go. And this is just coarse ground black pepper. Use whatever you like. All right. Then we're gonna use a little bit of basil. So I'm gonna do a tablespoon of dried basil. Because, well, that doesn't really fit, so let me do stir. Okay, that's half a tablespoon. You know, that actually looks like a lot, so I'm gonna change that and use half a tablespoon of dried basil. Doesn't basil smell the best, you guys? Then I'm gonna put in some garlic, because again, it's ricotta bake, so we wanna keep it Italian. Just minced garlic. The fresher, the better, I think. Again, I'm gonna go with a 1/4 tablespoon, because garlic can be quite potent. But I'm gonna do a heaping tablespoon. 1/4 tablespoon. All right, so we got that going. Sorry, I just had to take a whiff. I love garlic. All right, then we want to do nutritional yeast. This will help give it the cheesy flavor on top of the creamy vegan cheese we put in. I'm going to start with just 2 tablespoons and see where we get from there. Nutritional yeast is awesome. A 1/4 cup or 4 ounces has 8 grams of protein. If you like tofu, just use tofu in this in a scramble. You will be amazed. Nutritional yeast is the bomb. This is by Bob's Red Mill. You can find it in any grocery store. All right, and then you need to use a little bit of olive oil to help blend it all together. So about a tablespoon will do. All right, and then I'm gonna try my whisk. I'm not quite sure which is gonna be better, but let's just see what happens. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna blend it and we'll be right back. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna blend it and be right back. Texture was great. The whisk was the best thing I could have done. So let's just taste it. Oh my God, that really tastes like ricotta. That's amazing, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put in 1 more tablespoon of nutritional yeast, because it's not quite as cheesy as I would like. And I'm gonna put in a little bit of lemon juice. Lemon, it's like the most versatile fruit there is, and it tastes so good in so many things, but that little bit of acid will really make it pop, especially when you start to bake it. So I'm just gonna do half a lemon. And if you like to cook like me, then you probably already have one of these little just handheld strainers. Also works great for dirty martinis. But this is why I like it, because any seeds that fall will catch in my little mesh strainer. Just give it a good squeeze. See, there's some seeds. Ooh, there we go. Nice and clean, you guys. Right, so let's mix that again. Always lock in your mixer. I have a habit of not doing that. And waste not, as my southern mama taught me. So try to get out as much as you can from the whisk. Let's put that in the sink. And let's do a little taste test. This is my favorite part of cooking. That is like orgasmic. If you're a foodie, you get it. I can't even believe that's dairy free. Tastes so good. All right, so let's get on with our ricotta bake. All right, so now that we have that all ready, let's start making our ricotta bake. So the pasta sauce I'm using is organic, just just marinara with no salt added from Sprouts. Use whatever pasta sauce you like, guys, but just pay attention to the label because most of them have a ton of fat in them and a ton of carbs. This one has 3 grams per half a cup serving. Has 2 grams of protein in it, and carbs is 10. But this was low compared to a lot of people like Rouse. They don't have that at Sprouts, and I'm only shopping at one place. So here we go. Let's start building. What you want to do with it's just you're gonna make your ricotta bake just like you make lasagna. So you're gonna put a little bit of sauce on the bottom. My oven is ready. I heated it up to 375. Alright, so just layer that like you could. And obviously I'm not going to eat this all in one setting, you guys, but when it's done, I will be able to portion control it and freeze it. Then you're going to take your homemade, vegan, dairy-free ricotta. And just scoop it in there. This probably isn't really that pretty for you all to look at, but it's gonna be delicious for me. That's what I get for trying to do it with my left hand. All right, here we go. Much more functional. Now, I'm interested in how you all make your ricotta bakes. You know, what seasonings are you putting in? What are you doing different? Are any of you all dairy-free? Would love to know. Just put my bowl in the sink. So again, then you just spread it out like you would a lasagna. Don't worry about your sauce kind of coming over, that's okay. Just means you're going to use less, right? And then top with another layer of sauce. So all in all, I'm using about a cup, so that's 2 more grams of protein, which puts us up to 33 grams of protein so far for this dish. A lot of people make this in little muffin cups, but for me it's just easier to make one big one and then section it. To each their own, right? Alright, there we go. Now, I'm a seasonaholic, so what I'm going to do is just take a little more basil. Normally I make my own red sauce, but for macro control, jarred sauce it is. But this is how you get it to not taste like jarred sauce. Do you like my little spice containers? I don't know, I have obsessions. Then I'm just gonna do a little more pepper. A little more Himalayan sea salt. Can never have enough salt. That's what the Food Network has taught me. And then I'm gonna top it with vegan Parmesan cheese. So I found it's by BioLife. It's 100% vegan. You can also do Follow Your Heart for vegan Parmesan cheese that's already shredded. This is what Whole Foods had this week. So talking about protein, it only has 1 gram per 1 ounce, so not a lot. So we're not really even gonna count that towards our servings here. But it comes in a cute little Parmesan brick. And I am just gonna top it off. Probably not even up to a full ounce, guys, because this weighs like nothing when you shred it. And I like this. It makes me feel like I'm really truly cooking in the kitchen. During my recovery, I've been watching a lot of Food Network, which I don't know. Maybe that's emotional cutting of some sort, because obviously you can't eat for the first 2 weeks. But we're gonna try it. Alright. And then I'm gonna put it in the oven. I'm gonna start for 30 minutes and look at it from there. And when it's all done, I'm gonna put another layer of Parmesan on it and put it under the broiler. So let's pop it in the oven, shall we? And while I'm thinking about this, I just put it in the oven, but I forgot to add this protein count in. So we are actually at 41 grams of protein. For those of you who do the dairy one, how many grams of protein is it? Get back to me, let me know. I want to know the comparison. Alright guys, just came out of the oven. While it was in there, I cleaned up my cooking station and shredded some more Parmesan. So now I do have about 1 ounce, so we're going to add that to the count. So what I'm going to do, you can hear it sizzling, it's like an applause. I'm going to put this on the top. Just, oop, however you feel like it. I'm going to put it back in the oven to broil. Alright guys, I'm only going to leave it in there for about 3 minutes. Alright, did exactly what I wanted to, got nice and crusty on the top. That's what you want from a ricotta bake, from your dairy-free, noodle-free lasagna. Alright, we're going to let this cool, and we'll come back and taste it. Oh, it smells so good. I'm so excited. Alright guys, I've recalculated, and with everything in, this whole thing is 40 grams of protein. So I will probably divide it into 8s, so every serving of this will have 5 grams of protein. Not bad for totally dairy free. So let's try it, shall we? It's still a little warm, but I just can't resist. And the reason I use this pan is supposed to make it really shallow. Okay. First bite is always the messiest out of any dish, isn't it? It's a beautiful little crisp on the top from the broiler. It's puree ready, thanks to the silken tofu, and it's amazing. I hope you all try this, and let me know your thoughts. Bon appetit! Alright y'all, that is my vegan, dairy-free ricotta bake. It was pretty simple, I think you can do it. Let me know what you use for your ricotta bake, or any of your other pureed foods, or soft foods, depending on what your nutritionist will allow. Till next time, let's talk soon.